So, how's everyone doing? I hope you guys have enjoyed CC. Personally, I didn't. I didn't really enjoy CC Season 3 and Season 4, even back in CN. And that's why I didn't really want to even talk about it on the stream this time around. I did clear the max risk, so that's that. But it's a new video from like almost 3 weeks? For even longer than that? I don't know. I can't even recall. It's been a long time since I've made a video. So excuse me if I sound a bit awkward and I don't sound the most fluent in talking out my point here today. So we're getting a new event on the 22nd with new banners and a new 5-star that is going to be given for free. That is Robin. She is very interesting. I hope you guys give her a look because the new archetype specialist is very interesting. That's pretty much all I can say. Her ability to drop traps is very unique and obviously very new for us. Now, here's the main subject of today. Mountain banner, including Mountain, Kafka, and Pinecone as our new operators. And to be honest, this time the video is going to be a bit different. I won't be giving any more short answers. It will be a bit more complicated this time around. So here it is. Personally, I feel that unless you are quite a big spender like myself, or at least you buy the monthly headhunt pack plus the monthly card, at least you have to buy them, then I think you can give Mountain Banner a try. Like, go for him. But if you are only a monthly card buyer, or you're completely free to play and you already have Blaze and Thorns, so you're free to play or you only buy a monthly card, plus you only have one of Blaze and Thorns, like one of them, I'd recommend you pull. But if you have both of them and you are a monthly card or free to play, don't bother with Mountain. This is my personal experience. I know everyone else might think different to me. Like, I heard someone saw Dreamy's video saying that she recommend just pull Mountain and skip Arketo. I don't feel that way. With my personal experience, feel that Mountain is not the most important thing once you have Blaze and Thorns. Okay, hear me out. Let's get into the operator details. So this is our 3 operators that we're going to be pulling this time: Pinecone, Kafka, and Mountain. I won't go into the details of all of them, but Pinecone is a executor like sniper, so she's like true AoE but really short range. Kafka is a quick redeploy that has a really interesting talent where both of her skills are passive, right? And once deployed, it's activated for like 10 seconds or something around like that. And during that time, she gets camouflage and block 0, so she won't be targeted by enemies, but she will still take damage from splash attacks. Then there's Mountain. Mountain is very interesting. That he is more of a keystone operator. So you put him down and you just leave him alone forever, especially with mainly with his skill 2. So first, let's look at his talent. Talent is that when he's attacked, there's a 20% chance to crit and deal 160% damage. And within 3 seconds, decrease the enemy's attack by 15%. With talent, you get more damage, but the debuff doesn't increase. Then there's talent 2, increase defense by 10% and gain 15% physical dodge. So as you can see, this is very focused on single, holding down an entire lane with himself and dealing a lot of damage. That's the main thing about him, especially with his skill 2. Relatively speaking, high HP, somewhat good attack, really fast attack speed, not that good in defense, really low cost, and blocks 1. Talent is potential is more like minus cost, give attack, and then first talent, right? Then there's the skill. Skill 1 is generic, ignored. Skill 3, fairly interesting, but we should ignore it this time around because it is more of a niche situation that you will ever use this skill. Personally, never seen a place where I absolutely need this skill, not to say M3 it. But skill 2 is the reason why he is so good. So as you can see, my skill is only skill level 7, but at this point, only 8 skill point cost, and at M3, only 5 SP cost. This is a stand skill, so think of Silver Ash skill 2. So where you change the stance and then that lasts forever, right? During the skill stance change, you will get minus 25% defense. That goes to minus 20% at M3. Shortens attack range, so from one block in front to only the current block that he's standing on. Attack plus 50%, that goes to plus 80% on M3. Block plus 1, that stays the same, so blocks 2. And hits all blocked enemies, so that is like hits 2 at the same time. So somewhat of an AoE. Think of Blaze, but before M3, right? Recovers 5% of max HP per second. That goes to 7% per second. So going back to his stats, you can see that it works really well with his stats. So high attack speed and increased 80% attack makes him deal tons of damage, right? Over 1000 base attack per hit and with high attack speed and hits 2 targets. This gives him the basis of staying, defending an entire lane on his own. But also the decreased defense means that he is more vulnerable to high attack enemies. Then the high HP works really well with the HP recovery per second. So 7% HP recovery per second is like 400 HP per second or something like, no, wait, 200 per second. Sorry for that. So 200 HP per second is really good. But here's the thing. He is so brittle, right? So let's say you're facing like normal enemies or even like arch damage that are slow attack, fine. But if you're facing like decent attack enemies, he will die fairly easily. That is very worrying. But the upside is that if you know what is coming towards him and you place him in the right place, he will pretty much solo that entire lane, and you don't even need a medic, you don't need more DPS, he will just solo the entire lane. Whereas Blaze and Thorn, especially Blaze, Thorns is usually fine, most of the time fine, because he's got the passive healing from his talent, right? But Blaze doesn't really have that healing, so Blaze will actually need a medic, whereas Mountain wouldn't. Also, his skill can be activated 5 seconds after deployment, while Blaze, you have to wait for really long time. So that's the advantage of Mountain. And you guys might think, well, if Mountain sounds so good, why don't you recommend us pull Mountain instead of just using Blaze? Well, where I just use Blaze. First of all, I would say I'm one of those more rare players who still brings 2 defenders with me. So you guys know my usual strategy of putting Blaze behind Saria or Hoshi, and then I put down Thorns behind the other defenders. So I put 2 defenders at the front to tank the enemies, and then 2 longer range attacks to deal the main damage, right? I feel that is just a lot more stable. Whereas Mountain, he has to do the tanking, which makes me feel that Mountain is less stable, or should I say, gives me the feeling of being less safe, even though that not be true, right? As long as I put him in the correct place, he'll be fine. But when you have both Blaze and Thorns, and you play it out safe, I feel like that is just easier to use than, maybe not really easier, but easier for me to use than Mountain. So like I said, this is a very personal opinion of mine. I wouldn't say that you guys have to do exactly what I do. But for me, when you already have Blaze and Thorns, giving them a defender or a medic is really easier than just, a bit more, not easier, but a lot more stable than Mountain. Whereas Mountain is just like, low cost, and then you can pretty much just use him like a vanguard, right? Which is like the best part with him. So there is a bit more to why I don't recommend pulling Mountain, but it will go into a bit of a spoiler territory. So if you don't want any spoiler, this is the end of the video for you. Thank you guys for watching. But for those of you that can take a tiny bit of spoiler, here's the problem. So with Mountain Banner coming, right? 7 weeks after Mountain Banner, we're gonna get a limited banner. That's the Dusk Banner. Then after that, we're gonna get Rainbow, well, hopefully we get Rainbow Six Siege collab. That's the Ash Banner. So that's 2 limited banners, right? 2 limited banners in a row. Then there's Passenger, which I don't recommend pulling. And then there's the 2nd anniversary banner with like Scotty, and like that's another limited banner. So after Mountain, then there's Arcado. That's 2 banners. Two banners later, we're gonna get 3 limited banners within 4. 3 out of 4 banners are limited. And that is with us just barely finished chapter 8 banner. Like, how many of you are broke just like I am just because of the limited banner? I think quite a bit, right? And then we're gonna have so many limited banners just to pull an operator that is, first of all, furry, and then that is like I shouldn't say replaceable, but it's like a similar role in terms of operators that we already have and leveled up. Do I really recommend pulling Mountain? Not necessarily. So that's, you know, how I recommended, like, at least you have to buy the monthly Headhunt pack, or unless you don't have both Blaze and Thorns, then you can go for Mountain. So that is the reason why I felt that way. I don't know if you're going to agree with me. A lot of Chinese players probably don't agree with me because they think Mountain is just very good. I think that he's good, but not crucial. Okay, then there's like CC Season 5. I've heard some people use him in CC Season 4, but I just really hated CC Season 4. I don't know too much about it. But CC Season 5, yes, he's really good, but he is also replaceable. He never goes into like the highest risk in CC Season 5. So the best he's done, highest risk CC Season 4. So unless you're going for the highest risk, or you have you have quite a bit of money, or you don't have Blaze plus Thorn, in those situations you can pull. Otherwise, don't pull for Mountain. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys got something useful from this video, and thanks for bearing with me with my really poor quality videos, dare I say, because I haven't been recording a video for like a month or so. And I know that some of you guys probably worried that if I was going to keep doing Arknights content, because I did like a stream on I did 2 streams on 2 other games. So I see my subscriber dropping a bit, but okay, we're back to norm. We're back to Arknights. I will not be dropping Arknights anytime soon. Okay, this is still my main focus on this channel as of now. So hope you guys liked the video. If you did, give it a like. If you haven't subbed, please do give it a sub, because seeing that sub drop count is really painful. So that's it for today. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.